Tammy Hollick. Wonders if we could pick up on her great auntie Beatrice, who passed away 18 years ago now. And of course, due to family issues and things like that, she never went to the funeral, and of course, since chosen the wrong man, and domestic affairs have sort of gone a bit by the wayside by the looks of it there, doesn't it, Tammy? So she's just wondering really if great auntie Beatrice had any advice or any message, anything to say about what's going on or whatever there. So yeah, let's see if we can ask great aunt Beatrice for anything, if she's got a message for you there, Tommy. What we'll do, we'll use these mediumship cards here. Each card, as we know, has a pre-written sentence on it, like a message. I suppose you could call them conversation cards, couldn't you, or a phrase book from the other side, in the sense that when we shuffle them, we do not manipulate the cards. Spirit manipulates the cards for us and places them in order. So the message that great aunt Beatrice will deliver and convey will be placed in order by her spirit. For this, we are going to ask for great aunt Beatrice to join us in this setting, and we just shuffle the cards, and as we do, we ask great aunt Beatrice, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, great aunt Beatrice, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of great aunt Beatrice, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, great aunt Beatrice, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of great aunt Beatrice, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, great aunt Beatrice, through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to great aunt Beatrice and all absent friends. We cut the deck, and as we do so, great aunt Beatrice now leaves her energy there, ready for the deliverance of the message that is there. But first of all, we'd like to welcome you, great aunt Beatrice, to our setting. Welcome you aboard the good ship, as you would say. Pleased to meet you, and we just like to thank you for your time, and we'd like to thank you for your energy, and for the message that you've brought for Tammy. Tammy said you were like a mum to her, really, and I suppose that sometimes when your auntie reared or granny reared or whatever, sometimes that's what it's like, isn't it? The first card, I normally deal out 3 cards, a bit like beginning, middle and end, and then if there's anything, if we feel you've got something else you want to add to that, Beatrice, then we'll just give us the sense there. We may sense that. But first of all, we do the beginning bit, don't we? The beginning, middle, and end bit, and we just get the first card, which is the first thing that Auntie Beatrice wants to say, and we just flip it nice and slowly, not too fast there, just nice and steady, and out of respect for spirit, out of respect for great aunt Beatrice, who's here now, and she's just left the message. Left the card of it just says, "I send you loving signs through nature." That's what it says on that card, as if although I'm not here in the physical, Tammy, I suppose really, I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but in a way, you've only got to go outside and hear the birds sing or breathe in the fresh air, and that's the same fresh air that I used to breathe in, same moon and sun I used to see, the same clouds in the sky, maybe the same rain I used to complain about as well. So nothing seems. It seems the more things change, the more they remain the same, doesn't it? Really, Beatrice, in that regard. But nevertheless, I send you loving signs through nature, and I'm sort of focusing on the loving side of it more than anything, in the sense that although I'm not here physically, I can still be sort of here physically, but in another form. If you know what I mean, the same material that made up my body, the vehicle that I drove while I was on the earth. You could think of it like a car, couldn't you? And then of course the car gets clapped out, becomes a write-off, and then we have to get out and walk, and that's the time when we cross over, isn't it? But until then, of course, you'll see other cars on the road, as you could say, from a metaphorical point of view, and nevertheless enjoy them, because they are vehicles that other people are in, just like the vehicle that you are in, until it gets clapped out, of course, until you have to get out and walk, and that's when we'll be back together again, all moaning at the garage waiting for another one come along. I suppose you could view it like that, couldn't you? I don't know if Auntie Beatrice had a sense of humour, but certainly I sort of got like a smile. You can sort of like see a smile in the mind's eye, as if she's grinning more. Not just smile, but just a grin, a cheeky grin, really. As if to say, you just take a look at those butterflies, take a look at the dandelions, we'll look at the green grass when we actually get some, when the snow's gone away. But nevertheless, look at the green grass and the evergreens and things like that, and you'll know that it's filled with the chlorophyll from the sun, the same sun that used to shine on me, shines on both of us, and it still shines on you, and it's there, isn't it? That's the sort of thing. In the sort of way where, you know, the Bible says God speaks through creation. It's a similar sort of thing. I'm not here physically, Tommy, but nevertheless I'm here spiritually. My spirit is there. Not necessarily Aunt Beatrice is there, but her spirit, her essence is there. And of course you can still experience being with Aunt Beatrice. She's sort of saying, you can still experience being with me. It's just, although I'm not here physically, it doesn't mean other physical things that I used to enjoy aren't. And why shouldn't you enjoy them? Think of me and I'm there, really, because I was there when I used to look at them, if you get what I mean. I'm going to move on now to the next card, the middle bit, I suppose you could call it, of what's been tried to conveyed, as you would say, passed over or whatever, passed on. And this is along the lines again of she's just saying, really, there we will be together again. We'll be together again. So until then, you enjoy the life you got. Although these cards are coming up quite a lot today, aren't they? And it may be spirit is in a collective sort of way. It's trying to pass a message. I don't know, but certainly I sort of get this in a different sort of way. We'll be together again. She's saying, "Oh, we'll be together again." Tammy, but until then, you enjoy nature like I did, and maybe, just maybe, we're already together. Maybe to say, yes, we'll be together again in spirit, fully, when we can reunite again and have a laugh about old times. Why can't we do it now? I'm here now, and look at nature around you, and I'm there. I'm made of the same stardust as you. My body was, and maybe, although I'm saying we'll be together again, Tammy, maybe we already are, because the past and the future are the same thing, Tammy. It's just time that separates them, that's all it is. and that's all you got to bear in mind, that fact. I want to just pull out, and that is a fact actually, I want to just pull out the next card, which is like the, I suppose the beginning, the middle, and now it's the end bit, isn't it? Of like a statement, as you could say. Let's just pull this card out here, and let's just see what that's about. And she's just saying again, this has come up, these are coming up a lot, these are, aren't they? And she's just saying, if I'd only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. It seems as though, just recently, over the past 3 times when Spirit has made themselves present, they're using these 3 main cards, and then whatever comes up after seems to be the actual message. It seems as if maybe this is a message for everybody, I don't know. But she does have her regrets of a lifestyle or whatever it was. I got a funny feeling though, this isn't lifestyle, this is something else. Maybe I wouldn't go as far as saying a bad relationship. I'll leave whatever it is for you to know, Tammy, because this is private between you and Great Aunt Beatrice. It's not for me to surmise unless I feel or sense something there like I just did then. I want to pull out another card because I feel as though this seems to be a bit there. While she's there now, she seems as if she's just saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, Tammy. The way, yes, if I'd have known then what I know now, of course, I would have lived differently. I am sorry, please forgive me. Please forgive me for maybe passing in the way I did, or passing early because of it. Maybe you do blame me for that. Maybe you blame me, well, if you hadn't, you know, I'm just saying, so maybe, I'm just saying out of example, maybe if you didn't smoke as much, or didn't drink as much, or didn't do this or do that, or whatever it was, it wouldn't have happened. Maybe if you didn't bungee jump as much, you wouldn't, the rope wouldn't have snapped, or, I don't know, I'm just sort of hypothetically thinking of maybe it's something along those lines where if you hadn't have lived like that, maybe you would have still been here. But she is apologising for it. She wants you just to know that she is sorry for that, and she wants you to forgive her for it. I mean, personally, I wouldn't have regrets. I'd say, well, you know, you live and you learn, of course, as it seems to say there. But you get one go at it, don't you? And we don't know other than that. But she seems to be pretty apologetic. She seems to acknowledge that there was wrong on her part, and that's good, isn't it? Really, in a way, because at least she's holding her hands up to it. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. Look at this, a dove there, look at that. Isn't that, that's an interesting card, isn't it? What did it say on there? She's just saying, I'm not dead. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I'm not dead. Although the way I lived killed me, as you could say, from that metaphorical sort of sense. Although the way killed me, yes, I speak to you, I send you loving signs through nature, I speak to you through nature, when you're out for a walk and breathing in the fresh air, it's the same fresh air I breathed in, or it's maybe the same bench that I sat on, or whatever it is, the same sky that I looked at. Nevertheless, we will be together again, but for now we can be together in nature. But we will be together again, we will reunite. You know that, don't you, Tommy? We will reunite. Yes. Okay, I hold my hand up. If I'd have known then what I now know, of course, the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing. Maybe she said that a lot, actually. But she's just saying, I am sorry. Please forgive me for how this has turned out. But I want you to know I'm not dead. And the reason I can apologise is because I'm not dead. we're all going to die, and that makes us the lucky ones. Some people will never die. Do you know why that is, Tammy? It's because some of us will never be born. Some people will never be born. They'll never experience all those intelligent scientists who could find the cure to cancer or cure Alzheimer's or whatever, or whatever it is, or all those philosophers who could probably find out how the universe begun, or something like that, or whatever it is. All those top politicians or top people who could sort of make something better of the world, they aren't going to be here. It's us in our ordinariness who are here instead, Tammy. And I want you to know that, and I want you to know that I'm not dead, and I want you to know that I'm sorry for how I lived on us in the physical, but I'll speak to you through nature, and I do you know that we will be together. We will be together again, but of course time is a finite resource, isn't it? We've got little of it, and we'll be together again for longer than what we are, and in the way that we're together here in nature, as you would say. So you do just remember, I'm not dead, nor are you, and we're both alive. I want to just pull another card here to just see. I got just a funny feeling as though there's like just something unsaid there, Aunt Beatrice. I don't know why, I just do. You know when you get that funny feeling, and the funny feeling just says I'm learning over here. She's just, I suppose, reiterating. What a crude thing to say, reiterate. Reiterate is obviously iterate is to repeat, and reiterate is to repeat, which doesn't really make sense, but then again, that's the English language for you. Just like you never start a sentence with so, but we all do it. In this sense, you're saying I'm not dead, and I just want you to know that I'm learning over here. That sort of ties up with the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing. If I'd have known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that, Tammy. I know you thought I was like a mum to you, and I'm sorry for that the way it did, Sammy. But I'm not dead, and I just want you to know that I'm learning over here, just like maybe you were learning as well. And just don't make the same mistakes that I did. And maybe in a way I'm not dead, but just maybe I'm a bit more alive than you think, because I'm alive in you, as long as you remember that message that I've brought to you. And I just want to know, I would like to just say goodbye to you. And she's sort of saying, I'd just like to say goodbye to you now, until the next time we meet. And we'll just gather her cards together there, and we'll just put them in like a neat pile. And then I just want to thank you, really, Aunt Beatrice, for that. That's enlightening and very philosophical, really, isn't it? Although frank to the point, as it usually always is, very sort of philosophical, gives you something to think about, doesn't it? Yes, somebody is prepared to hold their hand up to it, but also just to say, just remember, we're not as far apart as you think we are. I mean, when you say, oh, it was terrible when we lost Aunt Beatrice, 18 years ago, it's never been right since. And yet, really, why? Why do you say we've lost? You know where she is. And if you know where she is, she's in the Summerland, she's in heaven. And if you know where she is, she's not lost. So you can snap out of that one. With that, then, we'll grab the rest of the cards, and as we do, just remember that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we part, and merry may we meet again. And as we do so, we just get the rest of the deck, place them on top of Aunt Beatrice's cards, and we say thank you, Aunt Beatrice, for your presence. We thank you for your time, we thank you for your energy, and thank you for joining us in this setting. We thank you for the message that you've brought. And with that, we just close our eyes now and we visualise a door wide open with a light shining through it. And as we do, we now imagine that door closing slowly. And as it slowly closes, we visualise the light going out. It's going out now, it's fading, and the door is now closed. And we return back to the darkness of this cruel, harsh world that we must draw our breath in pain to tell our story. And as we open our eyes, we realise that now the rest is silence.